everyone, a very good evening and welcome to today's live session by TalentSprint. This is Gayatri here. So today's session is on quantitative ability section for the SBI Clerk's mains examination that is coming up. So if you are preparing for the SBI Clerk's mains examination, I hope all of you are aware that the exam is scheduled to happen on August 10th. So before the exam, we are giving some revision sessions for you so that it will help you with your preparation. So today we are going to be discussing quantitative ability for the SBI Clerk's mains examination. On Thursday we have a session on reasoning. So do join these sessions so that it will help you with your preparation for the exam. So I had a lot of feedbacks from you in the previous sessions requesting to focus on certain topics. So what we have decided is, in all these revision sessions that we are going to be organizing for the SBI Clerk's mains preparation, we will be focusing on a few topics in each of the session. Like for example, today's quantitative ability session. So in today's session, we will focus on topics data interpretation, time and distance, time and work. And the topics that I am selecting are also topics which are important for the SBI mains examination. Till now, all the revision sessions that I have done, we generally take a mix of questions from all topics and we solve it in the class. So we thought we will do a revision for you wherein we will do a topic wise revision, or we will at least try to cover important topics in the upcoming sessions so that it will help you better with your revisions. So let's get started. Let's look at the question, and we will follow the same methodology that we follow for all the sessions. The question will appear on your screen. Solve the question, give me the answer, and then I will go about solving the question. So if you are new to TalentSprint, do subscribe to our channel. We do give you regular preparation content for bank exams, SSC exams, or basically any exam that requires aptitude. The content will be useful. So do subscribe to our channel to get the regular updates and notifications on the sessions that we do or the videos that we upload. So let's get started. So let's look at the first question for the session. The first question is there on your screen. What is given here? So this question is on time, speed and distance using the concept of boats and streams. A boat has a speed of 12 kilometers per hour in still water. It takes the same time to cover a distance of 60 kilometers downstream as it takes to cover a distance of 12 kilometers upstream. Find the speed of the stream. So how would you approach this question? So if we come to the topic of time, speed and distance, what are the sections that you will focus on from this topic? You can expect questions on relative speed, then questions on average speed, train problems, then you have boats and streams. So these are, and again races, sometimes even you can expect questions on races. So these are few sections that you will have to focus from this. So what will be the answer here? A boat has a speed of 12 kilometers per hour in still water. It takes the same time to cover a distance of 60 kilometers downstream. So what is the time taken to go downstream? 60 divided by 12 plus speed of the stream, correct? Now, so this is the time taken to go downstream, and this time is same as the time it takes to cover 12 kilometers upstream. Upstream means what will be the upstream speed? 12 minus s. See, if s is the speed of the stream, okay, if s is the speed of the stream, then the time taken to go 60 kilometers downstream is distance divided by speed. So downstream speed is 12 plus s. Upstream speed is 12 minus s. Concept of relative speed comes here, right? Equate this, solve the answer. Give me the answer. Question is very easy, but I have got two different answers for this question. Why is that? One of you say it is 9, one of you say it is 8. So what will be the answer for this one? Give me the correct answer. It's a very easy one. Just substitute and get the answer. Done. 8. 8 is your answer. Option 3. 8 kilometers per hour. Easy question, right? Just one line, one equation you have to write and solve. Moving on, next. The next question is on time and work. Taps X and Y can fill a tank in 30 hours and 60 hours respectively. Each tap was opened alternatively for 1 hour at a time. Due to a leak at the bottom of the tank took 20 more hours than expected to get filled. Find the time in hours that would be taken by the leak to empty the full tank. So Solve this and tell me what the answer will be. How would you solve this question? Taps X and Y can fill a tank in 30 hours and 60 hours respectively. So if you take tap X in 1 hour, how much does it fill? It will fill 1/30th of the tank. Tap Y will fill 1/60th of the tank. Each tap was opened alternatively for 1 hour at a time. So if what is happening, the first hour tap X alone is opened. So in the first hour it will fill 1/30th of the tank. In the second hour tap Y alone is opened, so it will fill 1/60th of the tank. So in 2 hours, how much of the tank is filled? In 2 hours, 3/60 or 1/20th of the tank is filled. In 2 hours, 1/20th of the tank is filled. So in how many hours will the full tank be filled? That's what we have to find out. In how many hours will the full tank be filled? So I can say that full tank filling is, we take it as 1, right? Or I can say the full tank will be filled in 20 into 2 or 40 hours. So if X and Y is working together, actually in 40 hours the tank has to fill. But what is happening here? Because there is a leak at the bottom, it is taking 20 more hours. Or what is the time that is taken now to fill the tank? 40 plus 20, totally 60 hours it's taking to fill the tank, and this is because of a leak that is there. So now how do you account for this? What is the question? The question is, find the time that would be taken by the leak to empty the full tank. So if you see in, let us say in 2 hours of time, right? See, when the tank is getting filled, what is actually happening? See, in the first hour, 1/30th of the tank is filled by pipe X, but at the same time there is a leak also which is emptying the tank. Now I can say that I am going to assume that the leak can empty the full tank in X hours. Okay, if I have a full tank, the leak can empty the full tank in X hours. So in the first hour, if the leak is also present, how much of the tank will be filled? 1/30th will be filled by X and 1/X, this will be removed by the leak. So this is what will happen in the first hour if the leak is also present. Similarly, in the second hour, what will happen? Y will fill 1/60th of the tank. Again the leak will empty 1/X of the tank. Now put together, so this is happening in the second hour. So now we know that if the leak is also present, yes, you have two filling pipes X and Y, and you have a leak also present. Now what is happening here? In the first hour, pipe X is open and the leak is also there. In the second hour, pipe Y is open and the leak is also there. Now we know that when all these three are working together in this fashion, totally it is taking 60 hours to fill the tank. Or in 1 hour, only 1/60th of the tank gets filled, or that is net, right? Or in 2 hours, how much of the tank is getting filled? 2/60, or 1/30th of the tank is filled in 2 hours, net, that is what is happening. So here, this is the work done in 2 hours, and this will account to how much? This will account to 1/30. So just solve for this and you will get the answer. So 1/30 will get cancelled. You will have 1/60, that is equal to 2/X, or you will get 1/X is equal to 1/120, which means that X is equal to 120. So I can say that net the leak will totally take 120 hours to empty the full tank. Answer will be option 3, 120. So I'll just explain this, whatever I have solved, once again so that it is clear. See what is given in the question. It is said that tap X and Y can fill a tank in 30 hours and 60 hours respectively. Work done by tap X in 1 hour is 1/30. Work done by tap Y in 1 hour is 1/60. Put together, work done by tap X and Y is 1/20th. Or see what is given, in the first hour only tap X is working, in the second hour only tap Y is working. So in 2 hours, 1/20th of the tank is filled, or I can say the full tank can be filled in 40 hours. See, in 2 hours, net 1/20th of the tank is filled. So when will the full tank be filled? Cross multiply. 2 divided by 1/20, which is nothing but 2 into 20 or 40 hours. That's what I have written here. So in 40 hours, the tank is filled. Now what is happening? Other than these two pipes working alternatively, there is a leak which is constantly emptying the tank, and because of that 20 hours extra is taken to fill the tank. So now the total time taken to fill the tank is 60 hours. Now what is happening here? In the first hour X is working and the leak is also emptying. In the second hour Y is working and the leak is also emptying. Net in 2 hours. See, in 60 hours the full tank is filled, means in 1 hour net 1/60th of the work is done. Yes, or in 2 hours 1/30th of the work is done. So net in 2 hours 1/30th of the tank has to be filled. If this has to happen, what is the value of X? And then you will get the answer. Yes, or the other way to approach it is, instead of splitting it like this, right? See, you know, net both of these together in 2 hours, right? X and Y in 2 hours they will, I'll just erase this. See, we know X and Y in 2 hours together they will finish 1/40th of the work. That we found out, right? X and Y working together in 2 hours, that is totally they will fill the tank in 40 hours, or I can say in 2 hours 1/40th of the work is done. So this, from this 1/40, the other leak is emptying, right? How much is it emptying? If it is X, say it is emptying 1/x of the tank in 1 hour, in 2 hours it will empty 2/x. Equate that is equal to 1/60, or in 2 hours 1/30, right? Again you will get the same answer. Next one. A train travelled from one station to another and returned. If the average speed for the onward journey was 20% more than that for the return journey. Okay, its average speed for the onward journey was 20% more than that of the return journey. The total time taken for travel was 23 hours and the total distance it travelled was 1200 kilometers. If it stopped for an hour on reaching its destination before returning, find its average speed for the onward journey. A train travelled from one station to another and returned. Its average speed for the onward journey is 20% more than the return journey. The total time taken is 23 hours and the total distance is 1200 kilometers. So the train is going from one place to another place and it is returning. Now the total distance that it travels is 1200 kilometers, means this distance is 600 kilometers. Now what is given? So this is first its onward journey and this is the return journey. Okay, and in it is given that average speed for the onward journey was 20% more than the return journey. So if the return speed is S, what was the onward journey speed? It was 1.2 S. Onward journey speed is 20% more than that of the return journey. The total time taken for the travel is 23 hours and the total distance travelled is 1200 kilometers. If it stopped for an hour on reaching its destination before returning. So basically to go to and fro, what is the time that it actually should take? It should take 22 hours. Now it has taken 23 hours because for 1 hour it stopped here. After reaching the destination it stopped here for 1 hour and then it has returned. And so totally it is 23 hours, or I can say that net 22 hours is what it will take. Directly go from source to destination and immediately back from destination to source. In that case it should have taken 22 hours. Find its average speed for the onward journey. So how will you find that out? See, what is the, we know the total time taken now, right? Total time taken is without the halt now is 22 hours. Now what is this 22 equal to? This 22 is equal to the time taken for the onward journey plus the time taken for the return journey. So which is nothing but what is the time taken for the onward journey? Distance travelled is 600 kilometer and speed is 1.2 S. And what is the time taken for the return journey? Distance travelled is again 600 kilometer, speed here is S. And this is equal to 22 hours. Remember here, it is not 23 because how did we get 23? Plus 1 hour of halt gave us 23. So I just removed this 1 hour of halt and took 22 here. You can take it 23 also, but if you are taking 23 here, add 1 here. Don't forget that, that's all. Now just solve for this. See what is 600 by 1.2? 500, correct? So 500 by S. So you can write that together. 500 plus 600. by S, that is equal to 22, or S is equal to 1100 by 22, which is nothing but how much? 100 by 2, or 50 kilometers per hour. Now what is the question? Find the average speed of the onward journey. Onward journey is this, right? What is the speed of the onward journey? 50 into 1.2. What is that? 60 kilometers per hour. So that's the answer that you're looking for. Correct answer is option 3, 60 kilometer per hour. Moving on, next question. Two persons X and Y run around a circular track 900 meter long in opposite direction. When X reached the halfway mark in 50 seconds, Y still had to cover 100 meters to reach the same mark. After how much time will X and Y meet for the first time on the track if they run in the same direction? A question again on time, speed and distance using the concept of races and tracks. So this is a question where we are using the concept of circular track, but don't get scared when you see circular track questions. They are actually very easy. You just understand what is given and solve. What will be the answer here? It's not that difficult. You shouldn't be taking so long to give me the answer for this question. What is given here? There are two people X and Y and they are running around a, I'll just start solving, you guys give me the answer, by then I'll just explain what is given. Two persons X and Y are running around a circular track 900 meter long in opposite direction. So let's assume this is the starting point and X is running in this direction, Y is running in this direction. This total circular track is 900 meters long. When X reached the halfway mark in 50 seconds, so X is reaching here in 50 seconds, and what is the distance that X has travelled? It has travelled 450 meters, right? Half mark. Half means half of this full length. This full length is 900 meters. So he is reaching half of that, means he is covering 450 meters in 50 seconds. At this time, where is Y reaching? Y is reaching somewhere here, right? Y still has to cover another 100 meters to reach this point, or Y has only covered 350 meters in this 50 seconds. So what do you understand? In 50 seconds X has covered 450 meters and in 50 seconds Y has covered 350 meters. What is the first thing that we can find out here? We can find out the speed of Y. What is the speed of Y? 350 divided by 50, which is equal to 7 meters per second. Similarly, what is the speed of X? 450 divided by 50, which is equal to 9 meters per second. Now, what is the question? After how much time will X and Y meet for the first time on the track if they run in the same direction? So, if X and Y are running in the same direction, again the same track of 900 meters, here X is running in this direction, Y is also running in this direction, they are starting from the same point. So, now I know that X is running with a speed of 9 meters per second and Y is running with a speed of 7 meters per second. And the question is, after how much time will they meet for the first time? So the distance that they are going to travel is 900 divided by, consider the relative speed, 9 minus 7. They are traveling in the same direction. So difference between the speeds, or it is nothing but 900 divided by 2, or in 450 seconds they will meet. What is the answer? Correct answer is option 4. Just draw it and see, then you understand the question is actually very easy and you will be able to get the answer soon. Correct answer is 450 seconds. Moving on, next question. The next question is again on time and work. Like I said, today we are going to be focusing on the 3 topics: time, speed and distance, time and work, and data interpretation. So first few questions we will be solving from time, speed and distance and time and work, and then we will move into data interpretation sets, because these are very important topics which you can expect in the SBI mains examination, especially data interpretation. It is, all of us know, it's 110% sure that you will have questions from data interpretation in the mains examination. You can't do away with that topic. Yeah. 3 pipes A, B and C can fill a tank in 20, 15 and 20 minutes respectively. Initially, pipe A was opened for X minutes, then pipe B was opened. After X more minutes, pipe C was also opened. If the remaining part of the tank is then filled in X minutes, find the value of X. Try this, take the next 1 minute and solve it and give me the answer. 3 pipes A, B and C can fill a tank in 20, 15 and 20 minutes respectively. So what does that mean? A in initially, okay, A in 1 minute can fill 1/20th of the tank, B in 1 minute can fill 1/15th of the tank, and C in 1 minute can fill 1/20th of the tank. Initially pipe A was opened for X minutes, then pipe B was opened. Okay, so first pipe A is opened, then after X minutes what is happening? Pipe B is also opened. After X more minutes, after another X minutes, pipe C was opened. If the remaining part of the tank is then filled in X minutes. So in the next X minutes the tank is full. Yes. So basically totally how many minutes has it taken? It has taken 3x minutes to fill the tank. From the time A was opened. See, A was opened in 0 minutes. So from this time A has been opened. A has been opened in the 0th minute, and initially, right, A alone was opened. After that A has been opened throughout. For how many minutes? For X plus X plus X, or 3x minutes. In this 3x minutes, how much will A fill? In 1 minute A will fill 1/20th of the tank. In 3 minutes A will fill 3x/20th of the tank. Now after after X minutes B was opened. So B was open for how many minutes? B was open for 2x minutes. So in this 2x minutes, how much will B fill? 2x/15th of the tank B will fill. If you look at C was opened only for the last X minutes. In this X minutes, C will fill x/20th of the tank. And we know that when this happens, right, when all these 3 pipes fill like this, net the full tank gets filled, or the work done is equal to 1. So solve here. What will you get? Take the LCM and get the answer. LCM is 60. Correct? 20 and 15. LCM has to be 60. So here you will have 9x plus 15 into 4. So 8x plus 3x. That is equal to 1. Or you have 12 plus 8. 20x by 60 is equal to 1, or x is equal to 3. Your answer is 3. So 3 minutes is what we are looking for. Correct answer will be option 3, 3 minutes. Is it clear? See, I think understanding this part is important. Initially pipe A is opened for X minutes, then pipe B was opened. After X more minutes, pipe C was also opened if the remaining part of the tank is filled in X minutes. If we understand this correctly, then it is easier to solve. Some of you have given me the answer differently. I hope it is clear. Okay, the correct answer is option 3. So we will move on with the next question. You are saying that for the last X minutes all the 3 pipes are working. We have considered like that only. If you look at A is working for X plus X plus X 3x minutes. B is working for X plus X 2x minutes. C is working only for the X minute. Right? After X more minutes C was opened if the remaining part of the tank is filled in X minutes. So C totally is working only for X minutes. Always remember one small tip that I would like to give before I move to the next question. When it comes to time and work, there are 2 ways to approach a question. Either you can use the unitary method or the LCM method or the efficiency method. Choose the method to use depending upon the question. I won't say there is only one best method, which is the unitary method or LCM method. I use both the methods depending upon which is easier for the respective question. Next. Now we will move on to questions on data interpretation. So first we will start with a caselet type of question. This is the information that is given to us. Might be we'll move on to the next slide. There will be a question also following it. So look at the information that is given here. Read the following data carefully and answer the following questions based on that. Number of students pursuing higher studies from six cities are 16,000, and based on that some information is given according to how, like they have said how many females are there, how many males are there, some ratios is given, and based on that questions are asked. So go through the question. See, whenever you have such caselets, one tip that you can use while solving it in the examination is skim through the sub questions. See, sometimes these questions, this is a question that you might be seeing towards the end and you might not have the time to solve the entire caselet. In such cases, the best thing to do would be to read the question and see, are there any questions which you will be able to solve very easily without solving the entire set. Now, if you just, let us just try it out in the session now. What is given here? Number of students pursuing higher studies from 6 cities are 16,000, out of which 4% of females are from city P. Ratio of male to female students is 3:2 and 9% of the total males are from S. Ratio of male to female students in city T is 4:3 and females from city R is 10% of the total females. Male students from Q is twice the female students from city P. Total students from city S is 1324 and the females from city Q is twice the male from city T. Total students from city T is equal to 2100. Male students from city U is 15% of the entire students from all the 6 cities. 25% of the remaining male students are from P. So I have just skimmed through the question for now. And what is the first question? What is the ratio of the male from T and U to female from Q and U? So to solve this question, I have to find out this male in T, male in U, female in Q and female in U. It's going to take a little bit of time. Okay, next question. Which city has the second highest difference of male to female students? Again, for that I will have to find out the values. Total students from P, Q and R approximately is what percentage of the total students from S, T and U? Again, I have to get all these values to get the answer. Now look at this question. Male students from all the cities taken together is what percentage of the total number of students? This question can be answered without solving the entire caselet. So in the examination, if you are if you don't have enough time to sit and work on the caselet, try to see if there are any questions. First you skim through the questions and see if there are any questions which can be solved without solving the entire caselet. Might be try that out first and then take your time and solve the caselet. So here what is asked, male students from all cities is what percentage of total students? See, when I read the information, when I skim through the information, I understand that there are 16,000 students and out of the 16,000 students, it is given ratio of male to female students is 3:2. Or how many male students will be there? If there are 5 people, out of that 3 will be male. So this is what I have to find out. 16,000 into 3/5. Correct? That many male students will be there. Right now here they are just asking for percentage. That makes it even more easier. I don't have to do even that. Yeah, they're just I just thought they were asking for the total number of male students. They are asking here for percentage of male students. See, 3:2 is the ratio of male is to female, right? So if there are totally 5 people, out of that 3 male members are there. So the percentage that you are looking for is 3/5 into 100, 60%. One step answer. Mark that as your answer. So keep this in mind. In a set, there might be few questions wherein you will not have to solve the complete set. Try to attempt those questions at least so that you can manage the time well. Even if you are missing some other questions, try to answer such easy ones at least. Now, coming back to the first question, let us try this out. Again, read whatever information is given here. Try to find out the values and then we will solve the questions that follow. What is given here? Read the number of students pursuing higher studies in 6 cities is 16,000. So which are the 6 cities that we are referring to? P, Q, R, S, T. So I have 6 cities, P, Q, R, S, T and U. These are the cities and we are talking about the number of males and females in these cities. U, male, female. Totally, so total, what have they said? Totally they are saying that including the number of males plus female. Totally how many people are there? There are 16,000 people who are there pursuing higher studies. Now out of this 16,000 people, it is given that 4% of the people are female from which city? From city P. 4% of 16,000, that is 160 into 4 or 640. correct? 640 people are from city P and they are females. So this information I have used. 16,000, 4% females are from city P. Ratio of male to female students is 3:2. So if there are totally 16,000 people, out of this 16,000, out of this 60% of this is male and 40% of this is female. This is out of the total. So how many males are there and how many females are there? There are 9,600 males and 6,400 females, correct? See, 3:2, correct? So 3/5, 3/5 is male and 2/5 is female. What is 3/5 in terms of percentage? 60%. What is 2/5 in terms of percentage? 40%. So that's how I take out of the 16,000, 60% are male, 40% are female. Anyway, we found this out in one question as well. So how many males are there, how many females are there, I have found out. Then what else is given? 9% of the total male are from S. So this information is also used. 9% of total males are from S. So 9,600 and 9% of this, right? Those males are from S. So how many males are there from S? 864. 864 males are from S. That is 9% of 9,600. Then a ratio of the male to female students in city T, okay, male to female is 4:3. Now anyway, we can't use that for now, let that be there. And females from city R is 10% of the total females. How many total females are there? 6,400 females are there. Out of this, female from city R is 10% of 6,400, or again 640. Sorry, city R. So city R will be here, na? 640. Male students from Q is twice the female students from P. So male students from Q is twice the female students from P. So how many male students will be in Q? 640 into 2, which is nothing but 1280 male students will be there in Q. The total number of students from city S is 1324. The total number of students from city S is 1324. So I am just writing a column total here. Total number of students from city S is 1324. So how many females are there in city S? We have not found that out, right? So this will be 064. 460 females will be there in city S. And the females from city Q is twice the males from city T. So females from city Q, like let us say if the male from city T is X, this is 2x. Female from city Q is twice the male from city T. Total students of city T is equal to 2100. So total students of city T is 2100. So how many male are there and how many female are there? 4/7 of 2100 males will be there in city T and 3/7 of 2100 females will be in city T. Or I can say there will be 1200 males in city T and 900 females. 900 females in city T, correct? So I am just writing that down here. If you look at city T, number of males that I have is 1200, right? So this x, value of x is nothing but 1200. So what will be 2x? 2x will be 2400 and this will be 900. That is also filled. Now what else is given? So this we have used total students. Male students from city U is 15% of the entire students from 6 cities. So male students from city U is 15% of entire students, means 16,000 into 15/100, or what is 16 into 15? 16 into 15 is 240, correct? So 15% of 16,000 will be 2400. So many male students are there from city U. 25% of the remaining male students are from P. So totally how many male students are there? Totally 9,600 male students are there. Remaining we have P and R. Out of this, P has 1/4 of whatever is remaining. So let us just find that out. How many male students have we found out now? Out of 9,600. Yes, out of this 9,600, see we have 3,600 plus 4,880 plus 864, correct? 4,880. See, I am adding 2,400 plus 1,200. 3,600. 3,600 plus 1,200 is 4,800 plus 80. That is 4,880. Plus I have 864. Now what does this total account to? Find that out. Subtract that from 9,600. Correct? You will have 5,744. Correct? Yes, you will have 5,744. Now subtract this 9,600 minus 5,744. The answer that you get, right? I think you will get, just solve it right away. 5, 8 and 3856. Out of this 3856, 1/4 belongs to P. So how many belong to P? 1/4 of this 3856 divided by 4, or I can say that is nothing but 964. So 964 people belong to P. So how many people will belong to R? This 3856 minus 964. That many people will belong to R, which is nothing but 22892. So that is the details about male. Now look at female. Female, already you have all these values here, only this value is left. And so what will be this value? You have 2,400 plus 640 plus 640 plus 460 plus 900. Or just add up all these, subtract it from 6,400. What will you get? I think you will get it as 1360. Just cross check if it is correct. You should get 1360 here. And so with that we have completed the table. Now let's look at the questions. What is the ratio of the male from T and U to female from Q and U? So male from T and U is nothing but 1,200 plus 2,400. So 3,600 is to female from Q and U. Q is here 2,400 plus 1360. So I have 3760. This ratio I have to find out. And what will be the answer? 360, 376. I think 8 will go in both of these. This will be 45. Correct? Yeah, 45 into 8, and this will be 47 into 8. So 45 is to 47. That will be your answer, option 4. But once you have got this table, right, solving all the questions becomes very easy. Even though you spend 1 or 2 minutes, even 3 minutes to do this table, you will get all the subsequent questions correct. Which city has the second highest difference of male to female students? So which city has the highest difference? See here, difference between male and students. Just don't solve it exactly here. Just look at the options given and see which can be the answer option. Only the close ones you try to find the exact value, not everything. If you look at P, the difference is approximately 300. Look at Q. What will be the difference? The difference again is approximately 1,200. Look at R. Okay, so definitely P cannot be your answer. Look at R. The difference is close to 2,000 or little more than that. Look at S. S is close to 400. So this cannot be your answer. Again close to 300 is the difference. Again less than, again close to 1,000 is this. So these three cannot be your answer. So it has to be either Q or R. Again if you see closely, 2892 minus 640. See, if it is 2800 minus 600, the answer is going to be 2200. Somewhere close to that will be the answer that you get here. Here, the answer will be close to 1200. So the question here is, which city has the second highest difference of male to female? So obviously, when you solve also, you will know that it has to be Q. Who said R? Highest is R. Highest difference is R. The question here is, which city has the second highest difference? So your answer has to be Q. See, can it be Q and U? U it can't be, right? Here you have 2400 minus 1360. Here you have 2400 minus 1280. So it can't be that option anyways. It has to be Q only. They are not asking for the highest difference. Highest difference is R, but here they are asking for the second highest difference. So it has to be Q. Clear? Moving on to the next question. Total students from P, Q and R is approximately what percentage of the total students from S, T and U? So here you have to find the total students from P, Q and R. So let us just go back to the table. Total students from P. So what is the total students from P? Total students from P is 1604. Correct? Add total students from P. What is the total students from Q? 3600 plus 80, that is 3680. And what is the total students from R? Total students from R is 2892 plus 640, or that is nothing but 3532. So this is P plus Q plus R. Similarly, what are they saying? What is the question? Total students from P plus Q plus R is approximately what percentage of students from S, T and U? So S, T and U will be, again S is nothing but what is the total students from S plus T plus U? Find that out. Here you have, okay, this already you know is 1324. We have already found it out. Then you have 2100 and then you have 3760. See, 2400 plus 1360, do 2400 plus 1300, which is nothing but 3700 plus 60, 3760. So many times when you split and add, it is easier. Do like that in your mind, it will be easier to arrive at the answer. So again, you have to practice that. Without practicing, you will not be able to do it in the examination. So what will you get here as the answer when you add all these? 8816 is what you get when you add the first one. Second one, when you add, you get 7184. So what is the percentage that you are looking for? 8816 divided by 7184. Correct? 8816 divided by 7184. That is P plus Q plus R. Total students divided by total students from S, T and U. What percentage is this? See here again, if you look at the options, options are very close. So we cannot approximate. We will have to find more or less the correct answer to get the answer here. Yes. So this question might be in this full set. Might be this is a bit more calculative. So questions wherein such calculations are there, if you feel it is taking too much time, might be keep it towards the end. So actually when you solve it, I think you should get the answer as 122.7. You can just check it out if that is what you are getting. The answer will be 122.7%. See, they are asking for total students from PQR is approximately what percent. This is what percentage of this. So this should be in the numerator. Yes. Now, so this question we already found out. It was an easy one from this set. I hope this caselet was clear to all of you. So like I said, depending on the question and how much time you have, start solving the caselet. Skim through the questions once and see if there are questions which are easy and don't require you to solve the entire caselet. If there are such questions, try to attempt those questions first. Next, moving on to the next question. The next question is based on this bar graph that is given and the GDP growth rate line graph that is given. The question says these questions are based on the following graphs which shows the value of the stock market index and the GDP growth rate of a country in the period 1994 to 1995. 94-95 to 2004-2005. So based on that, questions are asked. So again, try to understand what is given in the graph and then let's start solving the questions. I am just writing down these values here so that it's easier for us to solve the questions. It's very clear in the graph itself, but I am just writing it down so that it's easier. Before I go about solving the question, could you guys tell me what is GDP? GDP is the gross domestic product. Generally, what does per capita GDP mean? Per capita GDP means the total GDP of the country divided by the number of people in the country. So basically with that, it is basically a measure of the country's economic output. Okay, so our average earning per person, right? Total GDP of the country divided by the number of people. Per capita GDP, it's a measure of the country's economic output that accounts for its number of people. Just keep this point in mind and then try to solve the question. Let's write out what is given here. The maximum percentage increase in the stock market index between any 2 years is dash. So maximum percentage increase in the stock market index. So here where all has the increase been? So this is the graph which represents, this bar graph represents the stock market index. Here it is 600, it has become 800. So there is an increase of 200, right? So 2 by 6, correct? Here if you see, it is 600, it is 800. So 200, if you look for this years, right, 200 divided by 600 into 100, or 2 by 6 is 1 by 3, which is 33.33%. So for the first case, I am just looking at wherever there is a hike and trying to see if I can find out the percentages. This is approximately 33.33%. If you see here, from 800 it has become 1100, or what is the increase that has happened? 1100 minus 800, which is 300, right? So 300 divided by 800 into 100, or that is 3 by 8. See, you need not write it like this. Even if you do it in your mind, you will know that the answer that you are looking for is 3 by 8. Now what is 3 by 8? 3 by 8 in terms of percentage is 37.5%. Here there is a decrease, here there is a decrease. So obviously these two cannot be the years. Again, you need not even find this out. Why? Here if you see, for this year, right, the difference was 1100 minus 800 divided by 800. Here it is 200 divided by 900, or 2 by 9. Definitely it's going to be lesser than this. So you need not find that out. Again here it is same, here it is decrease. Again here it is the same value. Again all decreases. So, or again same. So what will be your answer? Your answer obviously has to be this year. This is the year that we are looking for. The maximum percentage increase in the stock market index between any 2 years was 37.5%. Correct answer will be option 4, 37.5. Yes? See, for a lot of these years it is decreasing. You can ignore them. Now when you do this 900 and 1100, you have 2 by 9, which is again definitely lesser than 37.5. So obviously 37.5 is going to be your answer. Next, if the population increased from 2000 2001 to 2000 2002 was 10%, what is the percentage increase or decrease in the per capita GDP from 2000 2001 to 2001 2002? How will you solve this? If the population increase from 2001 to 2002 was 10%, what is the percentage increase or decrease in the GDP, in the per capita GDP? So here they are not given any, we are not given any values, right? See, we know the GDP growth rate, and nothing is given. They have not said what is the GDP. So let us just assume some values here and then try to solve the question. How will you solve it? See, let us assume here that the GDP is for this year, right? 2000 and 2001. 2000 to 2001. For this year, I am going to assume that the GDP is 100. And let us assume, for easy calculation, let us assume the population is 10. Now, what is happening in the year 2001 and 2? Population increases by 10%. So, earlier if the population was 10, now what is the population? There is a 10% increase, or the new population is 10 into 1.1 or 11. And what is happening to the GDP? See, GDP in 2000, 2001. Now, what are these values here? See, 2000, 2001, this value is 5. 2001, this value is 6. So, if you see here, from 2000, 2001 to 2001, 2002, there is a 6% increase in the GDP. So, if I say for 2000, 2001, the GDP is 100. What is the GDP for this year 2001, 2002? It is nothing but, there is a 6% increase, or 100 plus 6, or it is nothing but 106. This is the current GDP. Now, what is the question? What is the percentage increase or decrease in per capita GDP. Now what is per capita GDP? I just gave you the definition when we started this question. Per capita GDP is nothing but the GDP divided by the population. So for this year the per capita GDP is 10. And what is the per capita GDP here? 106 divided by 11, or that is nothing but 9.63. What is the question here? What is the percentage increase or decrease in the per capita GDP? So the per capita GDP has actually decreased. In this year 2000 when it was 10, now it has become 9.63. So the decrease is 10 minus 9.63 divided by 10 into 100, or that is nothing but approximately how much? 3.7%. What is given? GDP, if I am taking for this year 2000-2001, okay, I have taken the GDP to be 100. Now from this year to this year there has been an increase. This, if there was a 5% growth for this year, for the next year there has been a 6% growth. So if this is 100, this has now become 6% more, or it is 106. So that's how I get 106. You can mark 3.7 as your answer. Yeah, there is a percentage decrease actually, not a percentage increase. I hope it's clear. Shall we move on to the next question? Moving on to the next question. If GDP in 1994-95 was 120 million US dollars, what was the GDP in million US dollars in 1998-99? What is given? GDP of the year 1994-95 is 120 million US dollars. So for this year, right, the GDP was 120 million US dollars. 120. What is the GDP in 1998-99? So what is happening? See, from this year, if you look at the next year, there has been a 4% increase in GDP. So the GDP for the year 95-96 will be 120 into 1.04. The GDP for 96-97, again there is an increase of 6% from that, correct? So it will be into 1.06, and again for 97-98, again there will be an increase of 7% from the previous value, 1 into 1.07. And we have to find out for this year. Again for this year there will be an increase of, this is 6.5, right? So 1.065. So this will be the answer that you are looking for. See, I hope it is clear. In 1994-95 the GDP is 120 million US dollars. Next year the GDP will increase by 4% from this value, or the next year GDP will be 120 into 1.04. Now the next year again from this value there is an increase of 6%. So for the next year the GDP will be this value into 1.06. Next year again increase of 7% from this underlined value. So the next year GDP will be so much. Again for the next year, which is what we are considering, for that year again an increase of 6.5%. So what is the answer that you get? Your correct answer will be 150.8. Let's move on to the next question. In how many years have the stock market index and the GDP growth rate moved in opposite trends? That is, when one increases the other, when one decreases the other increases, or vice versa. That you have to compare. So you have to compare the stock market index growth index and the GDP trends for each year and compare whether one should increase, the other should decrease, and how many years has that happened. So let us compare here. See, if you look from 1994-95 to 96, there is increase. Here it is constant, but it's not decreasing. Look at this year, it is increasing. Here also it is increasing. Look at here, this year, this is decreasing, but this is increasing. So one is decreasing, the other one is increasing. So this is one of the years that we are looking for. Again, look at this year, it is decreasing here, this is also decreasing. Here it is increasing, this one is increasing, but this one is decreasing. So this is another year that we are looking for, where one increases, the other decreases. Then here it is same, and here it is decreasing. So we don't consider that. Here this is decreasing and this is increasing. So this is another year where this is happening. Again here increase, increase, same, increase, decrease, decrease. So there are 3 years where this happens. One is increasing and the other one is decreasing. So how many such years are there? 3 such years are there. So your correct answer will be option 3. The years are 97, 98, 99, 2000, 2001 and 2002. So moving on to the next question. The maximum increase in percentage points in the GDP growth rate when compared to the GDP growth rate in the previous year was in dash. Maximum increase in the GDP growth rate. So if you see, now again you have to compare the GDP growth rate graph here to get the answer. So if you see 94, 95, 4% here increase, 4% here also. Here if you see from 4% it has increased to 6%. Correct? Or how much is the increase? 2 by 4, or there is a 50% increase growth here in this this period. And if you see here it is 6 to 7. Again definitely it's not a 50% growth, it is 1 by 6, correct, which is not 50%. Again here all decreases. Again here 5 to 6, again not 50% increase, not 50%, not 50%, not 50%. So just by looking itself we understand that this is the highest increase that has happened. So which year has the increase happened? 96, 97. So your correct answer will be option 4. In the year 96, 97 there has been a maximum growth in GDP rate compared to the previous year. Yes, so all of you have got the answer. Very good. So with this we are coming to an end of the questions chosen for the session. I hope all the questions that we solved today was clear to all of you. Like I just mentioned, from today we are starting revision sessions for your SBI Clerks mains examination, where we will be doing revision based on topics, important topics for the SBI mains examination. You can just refer to our YouTube channel. We have put up the timetable of the sessions in the YouTube channel banner, wherein we have mentioned which classes will happen on which days and what are the topics that will be covered in these classes. So please do subscribe to the channel and please do check out when the sessions are happening and join the session, so that it will be helpful for your preparation. So like we just discussed time, speed and distance, time and work and data interpretation in today's session. In the upcoming sessions we will be discussing other topics. On all the sessions for quantitative ability section we will be discussing questions on data interpretation, because data interpretation is a very, very important section for the quantitative ability part. You cannot at least there will be 2/3 or more than half of the questions will be from the data interpretation section. So we will be solving questions from this in all the sessions. So that is it from us for now, and I will see you in the next session, and this is Gayatri signing off. Till then, take care. Bye bye.